that one loss, that one game loss, actually came.
Sobrang sipag niya, meron siyang pagkukusa, kami lang wala. Sa kanya lang talaga. Tapos, binabash niyo siya, hindi niyo alam kung ano yung mga ginagawa niya.
Ano kasi, siya yung tao na humble lang. Yung mga nagsasabi sa kanya na sobrang yabang na daw, di totoo yun. Kung kilala niyo lang siya sa personal, malalaman niyo kung ano tunay na ugali. And pag may mga ganong problema, tinatanong ko na agad sila kung anong ba nangyari, bakit, anong pinagmulan, para masolusyonan na. Kasi pangit sa team parang magsasuffer yung team namin Inaagapan na agad namin ni Dari.
Nag-break kami nung ex ko kasi maraming nagkakagusto sa akin ng babae.
Probably the cleanest strat all throughout MPL. BREN eSports still dominant in the regular season. Few, Revo, Carl TZ, and Lusty, Flap TZ, and of course their 6-man EJ playing and revolving around their carry, Carl TZ, activating him up until the end. Brothers, you were talking about something earlier about their minute to meet video.
That certain interview, that part where they actually point out the players, I actually made them not look at each other. Like they have to cover their eyes. Because the thing is, it was about what made him your favorite teammate.
Yeah.
And it would be us just looking at each other and just playing around. It's not going to be genuine answers. But I really got genuine answers for them. I'm really proud of that. Yeah. And considering that they have trust on their teammates, you really have to give trust here because Carl Z is on top of the ladder here in terms of KDA for BREN eSports. But look at Rebo and Lusty. Very high KDA rates.
There you go. And they play as support roles. I mean, the Rebo, Few is their main support. Lusty is their tank support. And sometimes Rebo, he plays this utility side lane, right?
Yeah.
So, man, like what you've said, the genuine chemistry is there for the side of BREN eSports. That's why they're at the top, right? 100% match win rate. They only lost once. And, man, they were the ones... They were the ones debuting the 5-man ban, and that early on, from day number 1, it's still BREN eSports. Why is this? Why do you think?
I just feel that BREN eSports here, they still respected Onic, one way or the other, because Onic is still one of the best teams in the PH right now. But I just think that for Onic PH, they're not really finding that groove. They're not really finding that rhythm. So, yeah, that's what's happening.
Yeah, let's see. Because the ones who are in rhythm are Team Signal Ultra, Imba DJ, Chujin, Rhea, Bensanity, Hades, and Yebmeister standing at 4th place in their group. The team right now that can adapt to every situation that there is. And they have this saying, keep calm, Ultra. That is their new tagline. Man, Butters, who is the player that we need to look out for here?
I mean, knowing Imba DJ, mind you guys, he was actually acknowledged by the coach of BREN as one of the best supports in the Philippines right now.
And you would take that as a privilege, right? Because your opponent actually commends you. Yeah. It means that you respect the abilities of your enemies. And man, Signal Ultra with Imba DJ as the captain, he really knows how to activate his allies. Especially, I think, one of the notable players here as well is Chujin and Hades on the carry roles.
Yeah, if you would notice, one of the main ideas here is Hades is really doing a great job. Like Hades is finding the sweet spots. A bit lacking or a bit short in one way or the other. But I just feel that there is more to expect. From the side laners, from the side of Signal Ultra.
I like it. You know what? The story here, man, is can or will BREN eSports break the rhythm that Signal Ultra is doing right now? They actually, to give you a little bit of background story, Signal Ultra, they failed their debut 5-man ban. Right? Yeah. They failed at week 2. But now it seems like they're slowly adapting. Yeah. And they're slowly learning the ways of really on how to draft the 5-man ban win.
And to add to that, man, Gene, it's one thing to be creative, but if you go over, there's a saying: if you anything over is actually bad.
Yeah.
So
like you, come on, man, you eat a lot of eggs, right?
Exactly, exactly. That's my point. Now, going on to over creativity, at times when you are over creative, you just lose the essence of the team.
Yeah.
And when you lose the essence of the team, you cannot find your identity. And when you cannot find your identity, you cannot play in a comfortable pace.
Yes. Yes, and man, Signal Ultra, they're at the middle, right?
Yeah, they're at the middle.
They're creative enough to surprise you, and they're disciplined enough to not really go aggressive. Unlike other teams, right? Unlike other teams that, hey, let's go, let's kill and kill and kill and kill. But man, Signal Ultra, this is what we call the calculated risk.
The calculated risk.
And I don't know, the most of the teams do risky plays up until the end that they would lose the fight. But man, Signal Ultra, man, I'm so excited for this match. BREN Esports, I think it's going to be hard for them as well. Yeah.
And, to be honest, I'm actually thinking about the Few DJ matchup.
The Few and DJ matchup.
It's one of the things that we really have to look out for.
Probably.
And right now, there is the head-to-head match.
Yeah, probably we can probably see that later. But looking at the head-to-head, it seems like BREN Esports is clearly leading by, I don't know, 90% of all of the objectives. And man, the only point right now for Signal Ultra is the unique heroes picked.
Yeah, I mean, Signal Ultra, that's what we've been talking about earlier.
Yes.
Over creativity actually kind of put them in a bad spot. And Signal Ultra right now, they want to get back. They want to get the points back. And you know what? I think that BREN Esports here cannot be complacent. Signal Ultra, with them being calm, the poke strategy that comes out from BREN Esports, as long as they try to, just balance it out, not be that aggressive, I feel that Signal Ultra can have a say in what will happen in the tempo of the game.
We shall see, man. I definitely agree with you. I like your point with that play style of Signal Ultra. So you're now seeing the star match head-to-head. Guys, both of the organizations are both champions. Again, this is the first ever true rivalry of the MPL. BREN Esports getting one championship in their pocket. So as Signal Ultra after Season 2. But man, it seems like the support rate of the fans is always in the hands of BREN Esports.
They've proven themselves. They're strong. They're on top of their group. They have 100% season win rate.
Yes.
What more can you ask for? If I'm a BREN fan, I'm 100% going to put my chips on them.
Yeah, me too, of course. We have now the player head-to-head matchup. These are the supports for both of the teams. You have Lusty and Ben Sanity.
I think one of the things that we really have to look out here for, Manjin, is the KDA coming out from Lusty.
Wow.
6.61.
Wow.
That is one hell of a KDA stat line for a tank.
For a tank support. And he's not the mage support. He is the tank support.
Yeah. Even Few has a lower KDA than Lusty. And Lusty, he is really well known for pushing his luck. He's really well known for knowing the limits of the heroes that he uses and trying to beat his opponent inside those limits.
I like of the hero, right? Notable heroes matchup for Lusty. Probably we should see that later. Meanwhile, we have the carries right now. The child prodigy, Carl TZ, considered as the Lebron of BREN, and you have the rising star, Hades.
Giving them the space to activate. Giving them the idea or the capability to go off. That is one of the things that both teams are going to try here. And Hades, Kartzy, they are going to be relying on their teammates. You know what? I just feel that Hades here has a challenge in front of him, and he needs to break down his walls. Because Kartzy, in my opinion, he is the benchmark of carrying right now in the MPL-PH.
You know what? I quite agree. Because again, if we debate right now, if you're gonna ask me, hey, who do you think is the probably the best mechanical player in the carry role right now, I would probably say Carl Tizzy, because man, the KDA rate is just high. Plus, it's not just him playing solo; it's him creating plays with his team.
8.16 is high, considering that their games don't take long.
Yeah.
Their games don't take long. So, right now, for Signal Ultra...
Yeah, those games are short games, plus those games are 2-0s.
And they don't even reach, like, 3 games.
Yeah.
They reached 3 games once, and after that, it was 2-0, 2-0, 2-0. They even beat Aura like that.
I think that is one characteristic of BREN, is they know when to revolve around their carry role. Again, you have Carl Tizzy as your main point, plus you have a secondary point, which is their new player, Flap Tizzy. I think this is just so great coming out of their coach, of giving the Tizzy brothers like the control, the creative control inside their team. You know what? I could therefore say Carl Tizzy is LeBron James and Flap Tizzy is Dwayne Wade. How about you?
All right. I think, let me add to that. Lusty is Bosch.
Lusty is Chris Bosch. Right.
Lusty is Bosch. Okay. So, there's
Few is Ray Allen.
Oh, okay.
Few is Ray Allen.
As long as it's all about the ball.
Yeah.
I think it's good. But right now, I just feel for Signal Ultra, they really have a lot of stuff to go through. And right now, if they want to prove themselves worthy of this, being in the MPL, I think if you want to make the certain statement that you cannot take us out lightly, or you cannot take us lightly, beating BREN is one of the things that they have to look at.
You know what? I definitely agree with that, because I think that Signal Ultra are the dark horses of the tournament. They've been playing ever since Season 5. They're not even in the MPL in Season 5. So that means their chemistry is a par with every other team there is.
Yeah. Considering, like, Few is actually a former
Signal Ultra player. There you go.
So this is him saying hi.
Yeah.
This is him just giving out new introductions. I'm Few. I was your former player, and right now I am on the other part of the spectrum. Because you know what, Few, the season 5 was the only time when Signal Ultra wasn't really there for the regular season. Few was at BREN.
Yeah.
And right now, this is the only time that BREN will actually face against Signal Ultra.
Yeah. You know what? I like your point about Few being in Signal Ultra. I get what you're saying. It seems like Few knows the discipline of this organization.
Yeah.
He knows what's the schedule of the scrims. He knows how this organization work. He can probably use that against this team right now. Right? So has Signal Ultra, because Imba DJ, if I'm not mistaken, when he entered Signal Ultra, he was teammates with Few. Right? That's an off-season trade, right? Off-season trade.
So, yeah, I think that Few here will really have a hard time, and this is a statement game for himself as well, because if you think about it, Signal Ultra has been his home for the longest time.
Yeah.
Only to be beaten by Season 4, eliminated from the regular season, Signal Ultra made it back to Season 6.
You know what? We're talking about Few a lot. And man, I'm excited for the Few versus Imba DJ matchup. I think we've talked about this earlier.
Yeah. We had. The thing is, these two teams, these two supports rather, Few and Imba DJ, they picked the same heroes. Their playstyle is kind of one and the same.
Let's enumerate it. You have the Farsa,
Chango,
the Popol and Koopa as well.
There's
Few played the Rafaela. Oh no, he plays the core Rafaela.
He plays the core Rafaela,
right?
And they did that way back Season 5, their first game. I really remember that he played the core Rafaela Season 5 first series of the regular season.
And we were shocked.
Everyone was shocked. And they were doing the funnel strat. With the
Rafaela?
With the Rafaela when it wasn't cool.
Yeah. Don't try that at home.
Don't try that at home.
If you're gonna research that on the VODs, Few Rafaela carry, just please don't try that at home. It failed.
It
failed, right?
It failed. But it had promise.
Yeah.
There was this thing about them actually pulling it off. Then everyone was just on the sideline, just looking at it, and everyone. I think BREN Esports doesn't really rely that much on Kagura
now.
I mean, they let's just say that they prioritize Farsa, Chango, Selena. And they prioritize those three. If ever Few gets banned out, I think that's the only time that Kagura can come out. But still, that's not going to be the case because there are a lot of heroes here for the side of BREN Esports.
Yeah.
They're a very flexible team. Versatile team, to be exact, that can pick any hero in the pool.
So we're targeting the support picks here for both of the teams. Because last time, when Signal Ultra lost their series, the team that defeated them targeted Imba DJ's pool, right?
Yeah.
And it forced Imba DJ to use the Diggy.
Yeah.
So this is gonna be interesting because BREN doesn't like the Diggy, and both of them, they play with these huge supports.
They're gonna ban it out. Like BREN Esports, traditionally, if it's not banned out or it's not auto banned out of the game, they just take it out.
Yeah.
Cardz doesn't. I think this goes for a lot of the teams.
Even Signal Ultra.
Even Signal Ultra.
Yeah.
You wouldn't really want someone or an egg spinning around,
canceling the TP every time,
your TP, getting the retribution, getting your buff.
Yeah.
You wouldn't really want that. I mean, it's annoying. It's annoying, and it annoys most of the carries that we have here in the MPL. So yeah, I think it's a valid point, Manjin. Like, if they can ban out these supports, I think it will be a fairly good outlook in this game if they ban out both support roles.
I think they need to respect it because, man, both of the teams, they utilize the mage supports a lot. And like what you've said, the strategy when you really want to poke your enemy early on and even in the mid stage, it's really working for the teams. You know what? This is gonna be interesting because if Signal Ultra defeats BREN right now, everyone will be in shock because Signal Ultra only lost at week 2. Plus their momentum is still good. I mean, man, this team, I bet you my I don't know, my lunch
okay,
for tomorrow, that these guys can really pull off a show.
Yeah, I absolutely agree, Manjin. I know that Signal Ultra is capable of winning these big, huge matches against big teams.
Right? Yeah.
But the question is, Manjin, have they found their identity? Because BREN knows what to do.
Yeah.
This certain team knows what they want to do and how they want to fight. The question is, does Signal feel the same? Does Signal think the same?
We will find out.
We will
find out because looking at their boot camps, Signal has this huge map of Mobile Legends behind them. Meanwhile, BREN only has a small one. So I think.
I mean, it's not about the size.
In terms of strategy,
it's not about the.
There's a huge difference.
It's
right?
not about the size. It's how you use it. Okay.
It's how you use the
board.
Big map, right?
The big map. It's not about the big map or the small map. But as long as there's a map, there's a way.
Yes. He's the map.
The map.
Alright, guys, we're kidding. We're just excited for this matchup. It is really nostalgic to see the yellow and red color right now.
Yeah.
It's gonna match.
To be honest,
we started our careers in Mobile Legends seeing these colors. Matching up, right?
Let me remind you of something. Season 1, we didn't really take it highly.
Yes.
Season 2.
But Season 2 was the start.
That was the time. That was the time where we really just embraced mobile. And look at that. Man. Look at those jerseys. Wow.
New jerseys, bro. Baseball jerseys. Baseball style.
Baseball my goodness. Style. I like that.
I like it.
That is hot.
I like it.
That is really hot.
Super hot. Meanwhile, for BREN, that is the classic BREN jersey. You have the BREN jacket, the black and yellow versus the red and black, man. the Signal Ultra, they really came prepared
See,
for the game.
The creativity of these teams. Like, even with the jersey, they play around with it. And that is the certain amount of freedom
I love
that
it.
you have.
I love it. I love the design.
That is actually a baseball. Baseball jersey.
Don't we have nothing there, Signal Ultra?
Well, they're actually hugging each other right now. And they're having their huddle.
Yeah, go ahead.
They're talking about
This
what
is
they're gonna do.
this is the ritual. This is the gamer ritual that they do. But
Yeah.
it seems like Carl TZ just woke up. It seems like Signal Ultra really came prepared. Man, look at this. Ooh, those stripes though.
I'm actually. I just want this to everything. This thing about being us online just to end. I want them to rock those jerseys in a live event.
In a live event, right?
That will really
so
look
nice.
cool
That's so
in a
nice.
live event.
Yeah, that's so nice.
Do they have caps? That's the thing.
I don't know.
That is a
I'm
legit
fine
question.
without. I'm fine without any cap. I'm just good with the jersey. The jersey is
Alright,
so
alright,
fine.
alright.
It's so slick, bro. So slick. El Clasico is coming up, ladies and gents. Don't go away. We're just waiting for the draft to start. Once again, the main story here is that will BREN continue their momentum pummeling each team, or will Signal Ultra finally get one against BREN Esports? Will they destroy the momentum? Both of these guys, we shall see. Diggy is the priority ban, Butters.
Cool, calm, and collected. There is no Diggy shenanigans as long as BREN Esports has a ban slot, and that
There you
is
go.
going to be the thing for them. Signal Ultra, on the other hand, they don't want the Uranus, and that's the liberty that they have. They can just ban out this certain strategy that comes out from BREN Esports when they have the Uranus on their side. Very good side laners, and I don't want them to have the best heroes of the side lane on
Yeah,
their
the best
hands.
heroes probably is going to be the Yuzong and the Uranus, and Signal Ultra is respecting this.
Yeah.
Butters, and they know the capabilities of Curl TZ. Flap TZ on playing this one. There you go. We've talked about it earlier. Butters. Selena ban for Signal Ultra.
Respect. Literally just a bit of respect here for the side of Few, because Few has been really good with that Selena ever since season 2.
Yeah. Plus Signal Ultra Butters. They respect the vision game coming in from BREN Esports. BREN Esports, they really want to play with vision, especially getting the Yishun Shin, getting heroes that can zoom out, like for example the Valier or the Chango, right?
Hilda, on the other hand, is a great way to just stop the aggression coming out from Signal Ultra. We did see what they're capable of. They actually use that in their games against Blue Fire. And if you would notice, like, seriously, the amount of aggression that they can do on the first ban or the first invasion that they can do with the buff here for the side of BREN Esports, it's really going to matter. So BREN Esports doesn't want that aggression. They just ban it out.
Yeah, they respect the MC. That is the saying here in the Philippines. But man, a Yuzong priority for BREN. It seems like Signal Ultra, they really want to eliminate the support game, right?
Just take it out. BREN Esports here did ban out 2 supports on their side. So, you know what? Just play fight fire with fire. They even ban out the Valier. So I think that's how do I say this? Fitting. Fight fire with fire.
Yeah.
Yuzhong.
Respect versus respect.
Respect
Right.
versus respect.
Respect versus respect. Let's see what are the 2 picks here.
Oh! Denial.
Signal Ultra reviewing the past few games of BREN Esports. Whenever the Parsa is banned, Few is forced out with the Chango. This is interesting, man. First pick support for Signal Ultra.
And that is the priority. That's it. That is one of the key points that we talked about earlier. The thing is, they have a huge setup here. They have a huge priority on the setup, on the supports, just because they have star supports on their side.
But the question here, what is going to be Fuyu's support hero? Right?
Yeah.
Because now, with the first 3 picks, it seems like BREN Esports, they want to play pick-offs and they want control of the map. Right? So they're respecting each other. Signal Ultra, they're taking their time in picking their third hero.
They don't have a... I mean, there's a lot of heroes on the pool right now. They can just take their time with this. I mean, this is going to be the important setup for them to actually get in a bit of a side lane or a support, and they get a tank instead. They just go for that Imba DJ Kufra. I'm not saying that he's gonna use that, but he's the one who locked him in.
Yeah, man, I think this is huge for Signal Ultra. I think the ones adjusting here is BREN Esports. Because of the way Signal Ultra is controlling their fight, man, they know that BREN Esports could probably pick the Atlas because the Atlas is good with the Yishun Chin, but they're prepared. They're saving up their carry. They know that the Yishun Chin is up, so they're now forcing BREN Esports to be pressured in the carry department.
And clearly, the thing about the carry department here for both teams is, I mean, BREN Esports got their side. I mean, it's probably one of the safest things that you can do. Atlas was banned.
This is so great from Signal Ultraman. I like the way they're drafting. How about you?
Man, no priority whatsoever on Cartzy. They know that these side laners will do well.
Those are the targets.
They just ban out one side laner, and Signal Ultra here, they are putting a lot of pressure onto the tanks, onto the supports.
And look at the face of Imba DJ. Dude, he's so fierce right now. Hey, let's ban the supports. Let's ban those tanks. That's what he's doing right now, Butters. And like what you've said, there's a heavy emphasis here on Lusty and on Few. What is the game plan right now for BREN Esports?
BREN Esports, how will they poke? That is the question. I mean, Kagura is one of the things that I'm thinking about right now.
Yeah, because the Balir is also out.
I mean, they don't give that much of respect to that certain hero. But you know what? If they can pick it right now, they can reach that Chango. I think that is a good pick. But mind you, there is also a Rafaela. There is also a Rafaela
for View, right?
Yeah.
But oh, man, it's gonna be hard. If it's going to be the Kagura, I think it will get kited. Because the Khalid is enough. The Kufra is enough as well. But Signal Ultra is now looking for their main carry. The Claude is open. The Hayabusa is also open. How about a Lancelot as well?
I mean, Lancelot is one of those heroes that we really need to look out for in terms of Hades. And look at the intensity of these heroes.
Man, yeah.
These
players,
while they're drafting, look at how Signal Ultra is discussing
what's gonna happen, man.
Yeah.
They're looking at the future right now. Imba DJ is saying, hey, they lack tanks now. They lack tanks now, bro. They got this.
I actually just noticed one of the bans here for Signal Ultra was just straight up a Balmon just to not get the execute on
the Khalid.
On the Khalid. Wow.
Yes.
And
this is smart from Signal Ultra,
you know
bro.
What? You know what? I like it just because they're banning out the heroes that will put them in a very bad spot. And Lunox.
He was forced. Few is forced for the Lunox. I'm not in favor of the Lunox Mage. I've been seeing it in pubs, I've been seeing it in rankings and even in tournaments, but it doesn't have the capability to damage you level 1.
Yeah.
Right? Unlike the Chang'o, unlike the Valir, unlike the Farsa, easy access to the backline. I mean, I don't know, man. How about you?
I have two things. One good and one bad for Lunox. Lunox is a good damage dealer.
Yeah.
But the bad is, if you would see the other supports here, the only single target support that actually works is actually the Selena.
Yeah.
And every one of those is going to be AoE.
Yeah.
But Lunox isn't really a Selena type hero that can actually just stun people from long range and just initiate from afar.
He needs to position himself well for him to land the damage. It acts like a pseudo carry for your team. And man, basing on the draft, it seems like Signal Ultra drove this draft to the point that BREN Esports was forced out to use an unorthodox mage. Probably this is the first time we've seen a Lunox in the MPL for the support role.
So, I just have to say, BREN Esports doesn't really prioritize the Kagura in any way.
Yeah, they don't like it.
They don't like it. They had a chance to pick it. They could have gone for that Kagura, but no.
You know
they
what?
went straight for the Lunox.
You know what? Besides the Kagura, the Louis is also open.
Yeah.
But man, this is going to be interesting. I think the Baksha is a great pick for BREN Esports. But with the way the draft went, I think I will give game 1 to Signal Ultra. How about you?
I have to, I really want Signal Ultra to succeed. That was great drafting on their side. But man, oh man, BREN Esports is one tough wall to break.
Yes.
Let us see.
This is still BREN Esports. So, Signal Ultra. It seems like they really did their homework. Now in the mid lane, Ben Sanity popping that bouncing ball. It's still few with the signature pokes in the mid lane. So was Lusty. And man, this is, I think it's going to be hard because again, Signal Ultra, the Lancelot is now low.
And look at the aggression coming out from Lusty. Few here just going there, trying to steal that little wonder.
Oh,
it will put them in a very bad spot.
Yeah.
And look at this. Lusty just goes in.
That is the confidence from Lusty, knowing that the Lancelot is low. But I think he went overboard as the Alice is there for the backup. But again, the Lancelot is the main target. So this is bad news now for Team Signal Ultra.
Bad news for Signal Ultra. Look at their supports. They do not have that HP. What happened? They juggled that buff. They wanted that buff to be available for Hades so that they would not cause any more delays.
Yes.
And that will put them back. That will take them back to their base. And that means lost time again for Signal Ultra.
Yeah, BREN Esports delaying Signal Ultra's experience at the first minute of this game. It's still few making those plays once again. Him actually contesting the Little Wanderer was so risky as a Lunox at level 1, right?
But this is few we're talking about. And look at this aggression, BREN Esports.
There you go.
Goodness gracious.
And that's what you get if you play the Alice in the side lane. Because the Alice is still like probably, I'm not going to say useless, but he needs the ultimate. He needs the level 4 for her to clear the waves quickly, right?
Yeah. And she gets this certain priority in terms of getting that XP.
Yeah. So, I think the Flowing Blood is not going to be enough. It's always gonna be the Alice defending the tower. So, I think Revo is utilizing this. That's what you get with the Baksha side lane. Because the Baksha can definitely roam around quickly because of the rollout. But meanwhile, as we say this, there's Raging Sandstorm coming in from the Khalid. The sustain from that hero is way too much as few will go for the Order Brilliance. The Khalid won't survive, but nice backup coming in from Signal Ultra.
Split the second decision making. That what makes BREN Esports one of the teams to actually look out for.
Yeah.
They do not want to be put on the shorter end of the stick, so that's why they will just go for the kills instead of going back. Because they know at that point on, they're screwed.
Yeah, they really want to get all of the good trades that they need.
I wouldn't really say good trade, but it's kind of like more than the lesser evil.
There you go. There you go. You made a deal with the devil, but you made a deal with the lesser evil, right?
Yeah.
So 3-3 is the score. Still Signal Ultra. They're leading by a little bit of gold because of that outplay in the top lane. So now, Butters, the game resets. What's gonna happen? It's 2-3 minutes in.
I really still think BREN Esports here, they delayed that buff onto that orange buff onto the bottom lane as to have this certain poke composition advantage against Signal Ultra. But like right now, Hades, they delayed him a bit. But to be honest, it didn't really work out well for BREN Esports because he just came back, he got 1 kill, and all that time that he lost, it just disappeared.
It disappeared, yeah, and it went back. It really went back. So, man, Signal Ultra, they're still in equal footing here. But, man, the vision from BREN Esports is still an advantage. But then again, Hades coming in with a counter kill. Nice raging cycle, but Pew with the dodge. Pew he was able to get Hades. Meanwhile, on the other side, Carl Tizzy surviving this one, but no. Nice Desert Tornado coming in from Rhea as Lusty will try to run away. Pew poking once again. This guy is just too much. Imba DJ said, we need another kill. 2-for-2 exchange. But I think that was in favor of... Well, I don't know, man. I think Signal Ultra still won that fight.
Look at what happened. When everything on that fight was happening straight up, Rebo went to the top side.
Is doing, and right now Hades initiating the team fight with the way, oh my glove, the way of the dragon counter go, but where's the damage coming from? Carl Tizzy is nowhere to be found once again. Hades now with the turtle buff. Carl Tizzy popping the mountain chakra, but it's too late. The turtle's in the hands of Signal Ultra. There's going to be a counter go coming in from BREN. Carl Tizzy from the side, popping that normal hit. But man, Imba DJ is here. Oh no, Lusty falling low. Here comes the dragon. Nature shower from Imba DJ. Team Signal Ultra, they lost 2, but they protected Hades, who has the turtle buff.
Okay. Signal Ultra, that was a really good move coming out from them, and this is the first time I'm actually seeing BREN Esports lose all priority in terms of that turtle.
Yeah.
Because usually, they're the ones who set up early. But Signal Ultra, they're very proactive. They know how BREN Esports plays. You give a lot of emphasis on those turtles, will 100% get it from you. Even though they lost the first turtle in the hands of Lusty, wouldn't really matter. Right now, it's crunch time for BREN Esports, and Signal Ultra, they have the lead.
You know what? Signal Ultra, they have all the tools to counter-engage. Speaking of counter-engage, that is a beautiful way of the dragon from Lusty to negate the flowing blood out. Nice pick-up coming in from BREN. You know what? Going back to your point, Butters. Oh man, Hades with the damage. Going back to your point, Butters, Signal Ultra has this draft that whenever BREN Esports goes in for the dive, whenever BREN Esports goes in for the dive, they had a lot of utility to counter go. Right? You have a Khalid, you have a Kufra, and you don't really want to dive with that. Plus, Imba DJ is doing well. 4-0-4, man, on the Chango.
That is one of the things that BREN Esports has to look at here. They are not accounting for that Lunox. Not Lunox, but the Chango.
Yeah.
And it was... Let's just put it this way. They're getting a taste of their own medicine.
Yes.
BREN Esports really likes this Chango, but when it got denied, man, oh man, Signal Ultra just made it their own.
Yeah, plus, besides the fact that the Chango hurts, they don't have the setup that they want. They don't have the setup. They don't have crowd controls. Probably they can pick off, but man, every time they pick off, they really need to kill it. They need to burst it. Whenever that certain pick-up failed, there's a certain outplay coming in from Signal Ultra, just like this. There you go. Rebo is too tanky with the ultimate. Nice revitalize coming in. Man, Signal Ultra failed with that gank. Carl Tizzy is here as well, but Hades trying to outplay Carl Tizzy. Oh, but Rebo with the twirly moves, going back and saving his ally.
Let me share you something about triangles. It has 3 sides, and you have to pick the one with the lesser width.
But what if it's an equal triangle?
That is a discussion for another time.
For another time, because it's not gonna happen.
No, it's not gonna happen. It's never gonna happen. I think that's called a square.
A square, right? But the square has 4 sides.
But then again, if you look at it, a triangle could be. A square could be 2 triangles, to be honest.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, it could be a diamond as well.
Well, by the way, guys, what Butters is trying to say here is that in a triangle, there's always a weaker side.
There is always a weaker side. I mean, there are 2 weaker sides. So you just pick the weaker sides. And I think Curtis, since he still goes to school, he has a fair understanding on
how to measure
I mean, because us
triangle.
We've been out of school for like
a few years
already. So I mean, yeah.
So, that's actually Carl Tizzy's favorite subject in grade school. He loves the Pythagorean theorem. He loves that's geometry, bro. Geometry. He waited for the opportunity to get the thorned rose, right?
They have geometry in preschool. Wow.
I don't know.
That is something that you should look out for.
I don't know, man. But then again, there's going to be a final team fight here at the top side. Is this it, though? As that is the double kill coming in from Plaptizi. Still can't beat BREN Esports, says their team, as Carl Tizzy trying to end this game. But nice defense coming in from Signal Ultra. And with the snap, with 2 crucial pickups, Butters, BREN Esports getting the upper hand, and this is what you get if you're up against them. They know when to punish you.
Yes, clearly, Imba DJ is probably the last hope or the last bastion of defense here onto the side of Signal Ultra. Without him, this is going to be an easy end for BREN Esports. But the thing is, this is how BREN Esports works, Manjin. They find that small opening, a really small opening.
Yeah.
And they abuse that.
It's
they use that. They make that bigger and they punish you for it.
This is, you don't give them a little bit of chance, right? That is BREN Esports for you. I think what happened there, Butters, when they punished Hades and they got the pick up at the bottom side, it went down coming in from Signal Ultra, as few will survive this one. BRENsanity, Andrea falling low at half health. Oh, Dragon Tail from Plaptizi. You've been bullying me earlier, says Plaptizi, as that is a slow coming in from the Mountain Shocker. Few threatening Chujin. Alice, go ahead and use your wings, girl. Fly away. But that is the Dragon coming in your way. Chujin pops the ultimate, is now at full health. Can he outplay 3 heroes right now for the side of BREN? Going for the Blowing Blood out. BRENsanity is here. But man, the spider sense coming in from BREN Esports. Meteor Shower from Iba DJ. Carl TZ with the flicker out. Oh my glob. Signal Ultra still alive in this game.
They outplayed each other in a span of 5 seconds, Manjin. That was a good coming out from both teams, because if you think about it, Sujin could have died.
Yeah.
But with that response coming out from Signal Ultra, they called him. Come here. We'll actually help you.
We'll help you out.
But they turned around on Karzi.
Karzi. You know what? It's still not over. And there's a huge advantage of the Alice being the late game carry. So you have an Alice damager and you also have a Chango from the backlines. This is gonna be scary because the Yishun Shin is a squishy carry, right?
Yeah. That's one of the things that you really have to look out for. The positioning, the certain positioning for these players. But there is a fight happening right now, Manjin.
Here we go! Rebo, he is falling low! Oh man, the damage, the magic damage coming in from Signal Ultra is way too much. But man, nice dodge coming in from Few. But here comes the Black Dragon form. Rebo also rolling it out. It is the Dragon on wheels, ladies and gentlemen. Godlike from Plaptizi and Karltizi. Last hitting the Lord. 2 heroes will die from Signal Ultra. Make that 3. I think this is the end. Rhea comes in with the Quicksand Guard. But man, it's still not enough. Winter Truncheon from Chujin. This is classic BREN. Chujin, he went Arakiri mode, trying to get this Lord. But man, I think it's over, Butters.
And they will actually catch out that Alice. And I would like to give major props on Few for winning that fight for his team. If you would see what he did in that purple lair, the purple buff lair, he went in deep. He was actually trying to force out the enemies from just, using the skills on him to take him down. But what he did is he used the Winter Truncheon at the last possible moment.
There you go.
And that put Signal Ultra in a very bad spot. And I haven't really seen BREN Esports put in that bad of a situation into the early game.
Yeah, man, Signal Ultra, we all thought that they had it. But this is BREN we're talking about, taking the 1-0 lead in our first series. 2 crucial pickups plus 1 major outplay, right?
Yeah.
On few. The Lunox support worked for BREN Esports.
That's the thing. If you're a strong team, sometimes you're just strong, and the things that don't work for other people, it works for you because you execute it better.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think the lesson here right now, you said it, Butter, should don't give a little bit of hope for BREN Esports.
Yeah.
It's them entering the hole of the needle, bro.
I mean, it's more on the idea. Now that I think about it, Manjin, I think it's more on the idea of you do not bring only one plan into a game against BREN Esports. Because BREN Esports has multiple plans.
Yeah.
And if you cannot hold on to that certain lead, they're going to punish you for it.
I think BREN, they love the fight. But man, we need to throw it to our resident analyst, Rockhart. Take this away.
Day of the week. Ladies and gents, I'm Mr. Rockhart, and we are going to try to break down what happened here with Signal Ultra versus BREN. If you'll notice, guys, first 10 minutes, Signal Ultra got this. Mukha talagang ipapanalo na nila. It was almost there. Pero again, over and over again, BREN has shown na as long as ibigay mo kay Carl TZ ang gamit na kailangan niya, as long as hindi mo matay pa ulit-ulit si Flap TZ, mananalo pa rin sila. And even Lusty, hindi na nakagrack yan guys. Hindi nag-rack, wala nang big heroes, wala nang retry. Numanakaw pa rin ng pagong. Saan ka pa? Show. This is a tank support show. Walang offensive capabilities to, pati itemization. You'll notice everything is tankiness. And few, kinakabahan ako dun sa Lunox pick niya. Akala ko magta-tank Lunox yan. Sabi ko sa prod kanina, bantayan niya yung Lunox na yan. Kasi may mga tank Lunox na lumalabas ngayon sa sa meta from other regions. So akala ko yung gagawin niya. Yung pala is hindi. And to be honest, for the first, again, 10 minutes, binibilang ko, tingnan ko yung timer, 10 minutes, ito si Hades. Hades got you. Hades got you, fam. I think yung isang turtle lang na na-miss niya, yun yung naging critical din para sa Signal. Kasi overall, pag may nakita si Hades, namamatay talaga, di ba? It really does go down. Pero somehow, BREN Esports, natiis nila yon. Especially, grabe din si MPL-PH on that aside from denying it from Pew, he really did play it very, very well. And si BenSanti, finally, this is a hero na, okay, I would say BenSanti was doing pretty good, pero hindi pa rin to top form. I think BenSanti can still improve very, very much. Sujin, muntik na outplay. Ang daming outplay sana no moments, which is again, sadly, it's not gonna be enough for the caliber team that BREN is pulling off right now. Kasi BREN Esports, buying time for Carl TZ, and madami ding mistakes, to be honest, with Rebo and with Signal Ultra, targeting itong back siya ni Rebo. Hindi ko alam bakit, anong ginawa ni Rebo sa Signal Ultra, bakit siya yung laging hinahabol. Pero yun ang nagiging priority minsan ng Signal. Maybe that's one of the reasons why nakahinga ng maluwag si Carl TZ for a big part of that game. And on the post-match data, ito yung check this out. Check this out, man. Check out that damage output from MPL-PH's Matic. This is actually very good towers. On tower, siya yung pumupush. Sa laban, siya din yung tumutulak. So, very impressive. And Carl TZ here, obviously, napakalinis ng mga plays niya on that. Pero again, hindi to top form BREN. Hindi to top form BREN sa totoo lang. And overall, yung Lunox Diffuse was more of a taga-salo, more of taga-control lang ng mga minion waves instead of talagang taga-laban, which proved very efficient pa rin naman for BREN in the long run. Kasi merong hinahabol may habol factor na nagaganap pa against few dito sa Lunox na to, na mahirap talaga. Sabi nga ni Shinbo, napakadaya din Aside from sabi din niya kay Yuzo, obviously, Flap TZ, nabugbog din nung early game, pero kita nyo naman, siya pa rin ang lumalamang even on the gold standings. So very impressive overall from BREN Esports. Breaking that down for them is Rebo's got this again. And Lusty. Ito si Lusty Yan si Lusty. Yan, right there. Lusty, great steal. Ito siya. Yan. Ito yung pagong. Yan. Tonk, tonk, tonk. Ayan. That's the pagong. So, you kick. Boom. Oh, anyway, sorry. Pangit talagang drawing ko. Ayoko na. Let's have a look at let's have a look at the replays later on because on our highlights of the game, kita nyo naman, Imba DJ is actually in the middle of everything and Lusty was in the beginning. Ang ganda sana nung attempt ng BREN Esports. Wala lang silang panapos. And nung dulo banda, si Few ang nagiging target din nila. And in this 1-for-1, this is a 1-for-1 by the way, napakaganda nung trade nila ni Few dito. Ako kahit 4 pumunta sa akin, tas basta may napatay ako, okay lang di ba? Quits pa rin yun. And nung tumagal daw, yung power ni Few obviously na-overwhelm pa rin. Nung kalid ni itong si Rhea, and the region is real, you know? And BRENvsCIGNAL, again, ito yung one of the moments na sabi ko, BRENvsCIGNAL could do something better. The way that Lusty plays and BRENvsCIGNAL plays, obviously, malaki pa rin yung start difference. Pero, as a rookie, sasabihin natin, wow, nakikipagsabay sa ito. Pagong is real. I'm gonna get me some pagong for dinner, sabi ni Lusty. That was not for him. Okay lang yun eh. Badinay lang niya. Badinay lang niya yung turtle na yun. Ang laking bagay na yun para sa BREN. And overall, target pa rin talaga is si Carl TZ. Nung late pumasok si Yuzong, hindi na siya yung target, hindi na siya priority with the crowd controls. Kita nyo, buhay na buhay. And ang ganda talaga ng pinapakita dito ng BREN controlling the matchups and ewan ko target priority talaga overall is for this Flap TZ and Carl TZ. They got this. They got this. Kita mo, Carl TZ, napakasipag talaga. And that's it. That's gonna be it. I think overall MVP of that game, Carl TZ. So many clutch moments in that, especially yung past 12 minutes. Clutch is clutch. Gigil na gigil. And sabi nga naman ng nila Wolf and nila Shinbu, grabe yung mga dash grabe yung mga dash ng BREN, pan-top global. Mga dash nila. So very, very impressive Carl TZ there on that Yi Sun Shin. So overall, that was one of the most improved games for Signal Ultra. But again, that's not enough. You gotta watch out for BREN Esports pa rin. Sa usapang NPL man, baby, come back. Tell us your greatest comeback game in the Land of Dawn. Yan ang tanong natin dito with hashtag #BeLegendary. We're get a chance to win 269 diamonds. Hashtag usapang MPL, guys. Ito, ang pinakamagandang na comeback strategy down bilang offlaner ay ang pag-segue. Pagtaga-temp ako na mag-lord, ang kalaban namin kino-contest ng mga kampi ko. So basically, yung ginagawa din ito ng mga championship teams, sa totoo lang. Like, okay, naglo-lord kayo, si-segue ako, pupush ako sa top lane, uy, malapit na ako sa inhibitor turret, back! O, di ba? Wala na, sayang na. So, overall, isa din yun, maganda yun. Sabi naman ni Yan Sigwa, ang aking pinakamagaling na comeback strategy ay dumepensa at antayin na maaaring pagkakamali na ginagawa ng kalaban. Sa ganung paraan, maaari pa rin makamit ng tagumpay sa laban. Tama yun. Pero hindi pwede Pag top caliber, guys, nandito ay sa highest level. You know, this is where we are. And yung antay ng mistakes dito, banda yun. Wag niyong, maganda yon for up to maybe mythic 1k stars, pero pag nasa 10k stars, 5k stars pataas na kayo, you gotta make your own plays. Okay? Pero good job yan, Sigwa. For mix paggatpatan. Kaya mo ko to. Ang pinakamagaling na comeback strategy ay ang magsama-sama sa base para mag-defend at mag-sticker. Joke lang. At wag lalabas ng base kapag na-push ang mga minions ng kalaban. So, antay sa base, wait for the opportunity to strike. Kailan natin napanood to? Ako, may naalala akong ganun Sino nag-antay sa base at nag-antay ng opportunity makadali? Iwan ko na sa inyo yun, ladies and gentlemen. I will wait for you guys for the next matchup. But for now, giveaway codes tayo! Ika nga ni Butters. Kuha nyo na ba? Sige, hintayin ko kayo. O yan, kunin nyo na yan. Pero unahan kasi yan So, pag nawala, bahala kayo. Another bonus giveaway code dahil nakinig kayo sa lecture ni El Professor. Here we go. Kunin ko kaya to. Direct, wala ba ako nito? Dahil sige, wag na, okay na. Sa inyo na to. And mythical raffle draw for week 5. Visit this, mga kaibigan. Kasi may chance kayo na makadali ng sangkatutak na skins sa ating mythical raffle draw. Actually, sinend sa akin yung listahan ng mga heroes. Magugulat kayo sa mga skins Magugulat kayo sa mga skins na binibigay nila. Stardust Harriet, Liquid Fire Tams, Saber, Cyclops, Mighty Guardian Gatot, at Furious Tiger Cho. Uy, mga special skin yun Wala ba ako? Pero mythical raffle draw, ladies and gents, take opportunity to take it and will Signal take another opportunity here from BREN. Sabi nga nila Wolf, isang win lang for Signal. Feeling ko, it's gonna be a win Will it be a win-win? Let's find out. Back to our casters.
I was actually hoping for that win as well because I always want the underdogs to win. And man, we've been talking about this. I think that you agree with me that Signal Ultra won that draft.
Yes, they did. They dictated the certain pattern that draft went on. But to be honest, I mean, I'm not really gonna say that BREN Esports really lost that hard.
Yeah.
But you know what? They were forced out of their comfort zone, and you could see that in the early game, mid game transition.
And man, I think BREN Esports got what they're looking for. The one team that can put in the blood, that can bleed them out. I think it is Signal Ultra. The first 5 minutes of the game, even though BREN got the first blood, he was able to come back. They punished the side lanes, but the only main problem is the pickups, right? Plus the outplays. That's the only reason why they lost.
Yeah, it was this thing about Lusty and Few on how they play. I mean, they were actually the connection.
The Lusty and Few connection.
Way back season 5, and right now they're just putting this certain amount of pressure into the map that, in terms of just being a duo and how you set up control or how you put your presence into the map, it's really scary for these two because these two, they know what they're capable of doing, and when you know what you're gonna do, it just puts a lot of things to think about into the map.
I get what you're saying. It seems like Signal Ultra, they planned it out. They had a good blueprint. But Lusty and Few, the connection outplayed them in every way possible. The turtle steal, the 1-on-4 pick off. Man, that was so clutch.
Yeah, but I would just like to put it in a way. You talked about blueprints already. They had a good blueprint. But in terms of execution, they kind of lacked a bit in terms of the materials.
Yes.
And that's what really happened there for the side of Signal Ultra. Good plan.
Is this jitters though for Signal Ultra? Because they're up against a sleeping giant, bro. They're up against BREN.
I mean, is BREN really sleeping at this point?
No, so they're up against giants, all right?
I would say the Titans.
The Titans.
The ones that they need to take down to be free of this certain slump that they're in. They got out of there with Blue Fire, and right now Signal Ultra, without a fight, I don't really think that they will be able to, without a fight, they will just go out like this. I don't really think that Signal Ultra is one of those teams that really puts a lot of thought into their presence or their how do I say this? Presence in their drafting and how they pull up their strategies, and they have to keep calm. And that's the thing about Signal Ultra. Yes, they stick by their own motto. Look at them, not
cool, calm, and collected Ultra.
You don't feel anything.
It's the Zen mastery from Signal Ultra. Look at Chujin, man. Look at the focus on that guy.
You wouldn't play poker with these guys.
Yeah, because you won't know if they're bluffing or not, right?
It's literally a poker face for everything that they're doing right now.
That's Lady Gaga for you guys.
Yeah, poker face.
That's Lady Gaga for you. And look at BREN. Look at the difference, bro. Look at the difference. Signal Ultra, look at Chujin, how fierce he is. He is at anime mode right now. You know what, in anime, when you have this long hair and you have glasses, that is Chujin right now.
Yeah. The ones the ones who have glasses are actually capable of doing a lot of cool things, especially when he pushes his glasses up and down.
Yes.
That's actually a sign of them being great and brilliant.
Yes.
And a lot of people do that, but it doesn't suit them. But for anime, 100%.
Sure win.
Sure win.
There you go. The Farsa is open, but they opened up with the Selena. Okay, will BREN go for the Chango Farsa?
I think it's time for the Farsa right now. I mean, Signal Ultra.
But you don't want to play Farsa with the Selena.
But I mean,
right?
They were put in that spot already. So I mean, it could be a Purify Farsa.
We shall see. Oh, there you go.
They're gonna go for a fourth.
There you go.
It's gonna be
Still happening, says Bren. Still happening, bro.
There are times in your life where you just get picked, where the Serena gets picked, but the Farsa is there.
Nah.
But you think to yourself, is Farsa really worth it? Then it takes like a millisecond, and you say to yourself, yes, it is.
It is.
It is always.
I want to do the feather air strike.
Yes.
I want to do the wings by wings.
The control.
I want to control. I want to fly.
I want to fly.
I want to fly, bro. I want to fly.
That means you just fly and you purify.
Fly and purify.
That's how you do it. That's how you do it. That's how
fly
you roll.
and purify, bro.
Fly and purify.
Flying and purifying. You is flying and purifying. There you go. But man, okay. Signal Ultra again with the Cupra setup. This time they will use the Hayabusa. Probably a safer carry rather than a Lancelot. Because the Lancelot, you don't want to use your skills as an escape tool if you are a Lancelot, right? Unlike the Hayabusa, the Quad Shadow is really indeed your main getaway tool, right?
Yeah. There's one thing about the Hayabusa though.
What?
Hayabusa isn't really one of the highest win rates.
Yeah.
In terms of MPL-PH. In
Yeah.
other countries, I feel that this works. But for the Philippines, time and again, they're just proving us wrong. They're just saying Hayabusa isn't really one of the best carries right now on this country.
But the Hayabusa is better than a Yishun Shin. Because even if the Yishun Shin dashes, still the damage is there with the Shadow Kill.
That is true.
So, Hades on this Hayabusa, he knows his target. With this Hayabusa pick, what is going to be the side lane? Because right now, we're looking at a TAMS for BREN Esports. And Rebo sometimes play the TAMS, and sometimes Flaptizi plays it. So, this is still a flex role for BREN Esports.
That is true. That is a really good point, Manjin. Because this is the thing about the side lane of BREN. It's really fortified. It's really one of their strongest points. And if you just ban out the Masha, then that means you're trying to get a bit of a safety for that Yisun Shin and that Thams. I think I actually think that who's a better
TAMS player?
No. Who's the better side lane right now? Because Yu Zhong is banned, Khalid is banned, actually Cho is there as well.
Yeah. Esmeralda is banned all throughout the tournament.
Yeah.
The Jawhead is open. The Hellcurt is open, man.
Yeah. But I don't really think that the poke composition that comes out for BREN or for Signal Ultra,
too is not.
I
they
don't
don't
really
want the Hellcurt.
I mean, right now when you have the Hayabusa, you do not go for a Hellcurt.
Yeah.
It just puts a lot of pressure into one lane because you still have to give a lane priority to that Hellcurt. Not that big, but still it will hurt that Hayabusa.
Oh,
okay.
This time it's the Doctor.
I think this is the Rebo hero.
Yeah, that is the Rebo. Indeed. The Doctor is in, ladies and gentlemen. Rebo getting the Alice. And man, Alice is so good against the Hayabusa, bro. Like, seriously speaking, the Alice can play with the Hayabusa mobility.
Man, oh man, this is going to be wild. And one hell of a match. I'm just thinking for Signal Ultra, they need their two side laners. What will they go for? They banned out a lot and they will actually pay that price. Who are they going to go for?
Jawhead. Oh man, this is going to be hard.
Ruby?
Probably
Ruby.
Ruby.
They are taking their time. Yeah, Ruby is... And Baksha?
Baksha, there you go. Jawhead.
Baksha and Jawhead. So, Baksha is going to be for Alice.
Yeah,
100%.
that is the counter to the Alice.
They can chase down Kartzi if they want to.
Oh my God, we forgot about the
kid.
We forgot about the kid.
No need for tanks when you have two chunky boys or one chunky girl.
And you don't want to play the Hayabusa against a Popol in Kupa because of the extra unit that it has.
That is true.
My glob.
That is true.
Man, right now for game number 2, I think BREN this time, they got what they wanted.
This is very interesting. Draft. I think that this time around, it is a 50-50.
For the draft?
50-50 for the draft. But I would put my money, not literally, with BREN. I think that Selena is just I think that the Farsa is just
because they play with the Selena and they know how to react to this.
Yeah, and by the way, it's not only the Hayabusa who gets affected by that Popol and Koopa. Actually, the Selena as well.
The Selena too.
You have to get through a lot of units.
You know what? I feel that BREN, they have great answers at the last few parts of the draft. The Popol and Koopa, like what we've said, is good. Plus the Alice. The Alice is a huge surprise. You don't want to play Jawhead if you're up against the Alice, especially if the Alice goes for the ulti. Because you don't want to get near it, right? So, let's see, ladies and gents. Signal Ultra, can they survive this series? As few will now be aggressive here coming in to the purple side. Oh, man. He even gets the small one. Oh no, this is looking bad. Hades right now, even though he got the purple, still the experience lacks as Imba DJ will just back off. BREN Esports now in control. First blood.
Look at how they separate their people. BREN Esports, divide and conquer for their side.
Yeah.
Divide and conquer.
You know what? The only one who failed there was Ribo, because again, the Alice is weak at level 1 and level 2. But man, look at the mid and the bottom, man. What happened there? Free orange pa for Carl TZ.
It was the attention. Not only were the people from BREN Esports divided, it also divided the attention of Signal Ultra. At that point on, they didn't know where to react.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, the idea of getting the orange buff is big. But the idea of securing that certain buff onto the top lane, that purple buff that Signal Ultra has for Hades, it is going to be the biggest thing on the map. So, who do you react to?
Yeah. We don't know who to help, right? If you are Signal Ultra. And this is vintage BREN Esports now planning to get the top lane. BREN Sanity with the initiation, traceless in, coming in from Carl TZ. Hades popping the quad shadow out, quad shadow in, and then he will go out faking the initiation. Flap TZ falling low. Chujin will get this kill. This is a good move actually for Signal in the bottom side.
I like the way that they, rotated in terms of seeing where BREN Esports was hitting them hard.
Yeah.
They wanted the top lane, but BREN Esports, what they had in mind was just play a bit around, dance around that certain area.
Yeah.
And Signal Ultra knew that in the first place, so they just went in and they got what they wanted onto the bottom lane.
Signal Ultra playing it safe. The game resets again. Still BREN Esports doesn't really want to give Hades the opportunity to get that purple buff. Okay, he will get it out, but then again, there is of course going to be a punishment coming in from BREN because Rhea is now falling low. The Bloods won't connect, but man, this is killing streak from Carl TZ. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, once again to the Carl TZ show. He's falling low, but nice attempt.
Imba DJ, my goodness, this guy's just playing out of his mind. Flickers in front of Kartzy. Just deals the damage output, and they go with it. Gillette instant replay, hashtag shave the day.
Oh my, yeah, I thought that was BREN Esports' fight, but with the Selena damage, they got back. Signal Ultra, it seems like BREN, they want to control each tempo, but Signal Ultra always has a counter punch. But you know what, man? With the control that we're witnessing right now, I can therefore say that BREN, they control the mid-fight. I think Signal Ultra will just come back with their side lanes.
That is true. Manjin, if you actually saw what happened there, a flicker was used on the side of Rebo.
But hold that thought, man, as the Farsa will just go too deep and will die. Killing spree coming in from Signal Ultra. Imba DJ is again playing well with this support. Nice arrow. Carl TZ just farming the little wonder. Flap TZ negating it down. Ribo, will they fake this? No, they won't. 7-5. Signal Ultra is leading by kills, but BREN still controls the tempo. Oh.
Now that's a hit, but they won't be going in as Carl TZ is there to just stop them on their tracks. Hades here. He will actually poke a bit. He will actually play around with Farsa there. Just going in, trying to get a bit of damage.
Yeah. But still, they need to get objectives though. Even though they're winning the fights, they're getting outplays. BREN is having control of the minion equilibrium is just way too much. Because Signal Ultra, where is their wave clear coming at batters?
I mean, they do have Chujin and Hades, but aside from that, yes, that is true. They do not have superior wave clear coming out here on the side of Signal Ultra, so BREN eSports just forcing them to be to hug their own turrets, so that they can be pushed easily. And look at this,
man. Few with his godlike Farsa moves, man, surprising us with a feather airstrike. Can he get this Cyclone Eye though? No, he won't. But Flap TZ on the stamps as well, making space for his team. BREN eSports controlling every side, setting up for the next turtle. Man, I'm not really sure, but even though Signal Ultra is getting the kills, it's not gonna be enough for me.
Map control, map control, map control. I do agree, Manjin. That is the thing that they're lacking right now. They lost 2 turrets onto the mid lane. Now, how do you find the way to control that jungle again, Signal Ultra? At the first minute of the game, Hades and the others were contested by the side of BREN eSports.
Yeah.
What makes them think that BREN eSports would stop now, especially with those turrets down to the middle lane?
This is going to be hard because speaking of turrets, Signal Ultra, their towers are still healthy. But meanwhile, Flap TZ forcing out more skills, baiting it out as the backup, the Chalbery is there. Oh no, another flame shot. BenSanity falling low. No one is dying right now for BREN, and they will just take this free tower in the top.
Turrets after turrets after turrets. Clock of Destiny for a few 7 minutes into the game wouldn't really matter, as he is having a field day in terms of using that Feather Airstrike, man.
Every day. All day, every day, Feather Airstrike from Few. Giving vision to his team. Even though you have the Mountain Shocker, it doesn't matter. Signal Ultra, they got their first tower, but man, look at the rotation coming in from BREN. Carl TZ, he went too deep, man. There you go. Nice outplay coming in from Signal Ultra, but there's going to be another team fight as Stamps, they cut in Inferno, still enough for the sustain. Bouncing ball coming in from BenSanity. Hades is quite far. Nice arrow from Imba DJ. Is this the counter initiate? Few with the Feather Airstrike zone. Oh, the Few zone is now online. Few getting the outplay, and BREN still in control.
This is hard for the side of Signal Ultra. They thought they had the upper hand, but Few was there to stop them on their tracks. They were the ones who had the initiative, the advantage to go for a hard engage. But imagine, you know what? One Feather Airstrike just changed the landscape of the scope of that certain fight. Signal Ultra here, they really need to reach this Few Farsa before they can force out anything. Look at Lusty even getting that Winter Truncheon.
Yeah, I think they need the arrow, or they need the Tyrant's Revenge to get to the backline. They need to target the Farsa. Yeah, I agree with you. It is the main problem right now. Having huge stats and getting the burst damage, it's a good setup for Carl TZ to last hit everyone. And man, BREN eSports, this is their favorite hero right now, right?
Manjin, the thing is, it's really a good hero.
Yeah,
you cannot really say that for Signal for BREN eSports that they have other priorities on other heroes, but if they have the chance to use this, even in the face of a lot of counters, I think they will still use it.
Yeah, because they have a mastery with this hero. They know the limits of the Farsa, and they know how to play with it, especially if you give them vision. 3 vision heroes for BREN Esports. And look at the damage of the Flood Bloods. Man, it is BREN Esports in total control from minute 1. They know their advantage. They know that they got the drop upper hand. And even with 8 kills, it doesn't matter, Butters. I think this is going to be it.
And this is the fight that Signal Ultra was trying to go for.
And they want to avoid this, actually. Mountain Shocker coming in. Nice stun from the Curse of Growth. Popol and Koopa won't get it. Plus the Flame Shot is going to miss as well. BREN Esports. Man, I don't know, man. The game number 1 was just a bummer for Signal Ultra.
They had the certain tempo. They could have got a chip in the shoulder, in the armor of BREN Esports. But the thing is, BREN Esports, they have a lot of plans. And right now, they're just showing them why they are the top team in their group.
It is. BREN Esports now with the discipline to wait for the Lord to come up. And after this, they will go for the end push. Ben Sanity. Oh, that was a quick Tyrant's Revenge. Feather Airstrike plus the slow of the Mountain Shocker. Where are you going? Clap, clap, clap. Ben Sanity. Man, Chujin even trying his best to soak out a lot of damage. Girl Tizzy with the flicker in. Oh my god. BREN Esports, another pre-lord. Take this away, man. End it now.
And they're suffering. That is the thing that BREN Esports is doing. They want to have an early day out. And they want to celebrate. But look at the instant replay coming out from Gillette. This is hashtag save the day. Sujin trying to save the day. But he was shaved.
But he's not using Gillette.
He's not using Gillette at that point on. So he needs to shave the day.
Oh my god.
And to be honest, you could see that they are getting shaved in terms of the damage output here.
Yeah.
Slowly but surely. There's no huge burst damage here coming out from BREN Esports.
Yeah.
It's the slow but consistent peel that they're doing.
Yeah. You know what? That's interesting because BREN Esports, they forced out the bottom lane. They peeled out the health from the tower in the bottom side for the Lord to go there. Maximum utility of the Lord, maximum uptime of the super minions, right?
Yep. Manjin, you're a Yi Sun-Shin player. So right now, do you use the Mountain Shocker at will at every cooldown?
You just use it every time, especially if you have the damage. If you have the huge advantage, you just use it to poke, man. And your main damage output is going to be the crits. But here we go. Where is the damage coming from Signal Ultra? Oh my, Chujin, 35 seconds onto the death timer. Nice stun from the Popol and Koopa. You know what? I think it was over at minute 8. Yeah. Or at minute 7.
And Hades there did a great job to the middle lane. He blocked out the creep wave. But will it be enough? That is the question. It was a good decision. Now, will it cost BREN Esports? That's the thing.
I don't know, man, because Imba DJ trying to poke him with Abyssal Arrow. Hades, that was risky. The Lord has been slain, but BREN Esports will still push this mid-tier tower. Flaptizi even buying the Winter Truncheon to add a little bit of swag. Nice ultimate from the Cupra, but man, is it enough though? No, it's not. Killing spree, Winter Truncheon in from Flaptizi. The base will change the target. 4 heroes will die. Shadow kill from Hades. There you go. BREN Esports are still on top.
And they end it with a recall. BREN Esports at the top of Group B. It's as if they need more points. Oh my goodness. If you would see JYP right there.
Yeah, Flaptizi. But man, this is one scary team. They know what to do at the right time, at the right place. They know when they're ahead. And man, right from minute 1, Few with the steal. I don't know, man. We're not biased here, guys. But we always want the underdogs to win.
Yes.
Because it is given it is definitely given that BREN Esports will dominate this one. And they did.
Clearly, Signal Ultra showed some hints of brilliance there. They could have gone toe-to-toe with BREN Esports, but BREN Esports, they had a superior decision-making.
Yep.
They knew
the
when
experience
to fight,
too.
they knew how to fight, and they know what the fights that they like.
Yeah. BREN Esports still the all-star team and probably the scariest team here in the MPL. But this time for us to dissect what really happened in that fight. Let us throw it now to our resident analyst. Rockhart, it's your turn.
And before we throw it for Rockhart, I would just like to have a bit of a thing.
There you go. Go ahead, Rockhart.
Go ahead.
So, na naman, on week 4, sila yung, sabi nga, siya yung mga kaklase mo na, guys, ang baba ako sa exam ngayon. Tignan mo yung score, 95. Ano ba? Nangyari. And I have to say, that was a 95 game, to be honest. Game 1, a little bit shaky there for BREN Esports, pero nung Game 2, sinolidify nila at sinigurado nila na sila talaga ang the best so far, 100% ending on Week 4. And we're gonna try to break that down and to see why. Bakit ba nanalo ng ganun ng BREN Esports? Ako sa stats dito sa scoreboard, sa totoo lang, titignan ko, everything looks very normal. Winter Truncheon on Few, bakit? On Lusty, very impressive, I have to say. It works. Flap TZ, hindi ko alam ba't naka-Winter Truncheon tong mga to. But, ano meron? Ano meron sa Winter Truncheon? Kulang na lang, pati si Carl TZ paglaruin nyo eh. And, Imba DJ, he really did try his best. And, yun yung pag-uusapan ko ngayon, kung bakit tong si Imba DJ, he was not as powerful as he should have been. Diba si Lina, permaban yan halos. Ilang linggo na. Bihirang-bihira lumabas kasi napakalakas, di ba? Pero bakit hindi naging effective yung Selena this week? Ito yon. Sana makita sa replay mamaya, pero tingin ko hindi makita kasi hindi siya highlight moment. Pero ipapaliwanag ko sa inyo. At kung nanood kayo na mabuti, makita nyo to. The Popol and Koopa, guys. Popol and Koopa, the dog. The dog. The dog is the key. This dog is the key, guys. Kasi tagasalo ng araw. Sinasabi ko sa inyo, paulit-ulit, binibilang ko personally ilang beses sinalo nung araw ni Lusty, Popol and Koopa, yung araw na yon. Oh my God, So, the reason why the Selena cannot make the very critical pickoffs is because the dog, guys, the dog. Lagyan natin ng ears. That dog is the way. And yung last pick ni Lusty on that Popol and Koopa was very critical. Hopefully, we'll see that later in the replays. Pero for now, take note of the changes on that lineup. Lusty, grabe yung ban sa kanya, by the way. Yung ban ng Signal was almost purely off lane. On the next, you will see that probably the bans were real. Teka, linisin natin to para makita niyo yung mamaya. The bans were very much on the off lane for both teams and on the tank for I think Signal, and it really worked out well. Carl TZ on the Yisan Shin, palag na palag. I think this is the game na talaga nag-pop off siya, no? Kumpara sa kanina. And si Rebo always on control. Sabi nga ni nila Wolf and Shinbo kanina, grabe, si Few kahit 1-3. Like, okay, leave me guys. I'm gone. Win the game. Kahit naiwan siya nung first few minutes of that game, talagang yung team niya, todo arangkada. As in, super impressive. And on the other side, si Hades may mga konting pagkakamali din talaga siya on that Hayabusa. Hayabusa is super late talaga yung pasok niyan. Alam niyo naman ko, nung naglalaro kayo ng Hayabusa, the Hayabusa really takes a long time to get activated. And in this case, ganun din yung nangyari. May konting jitters, kung mapapansin niyo, sa paglalaro ni Hades on the Hayabusa. And I have to say, hindi ako nag-agree sa Hayabusa. Isang beses pa lang yatang nanalo to. All throughout 4 weeks or 1-2 beses. And it doesn't get picked for a good reason. It really does take a long time and there's a very specific win condition to meet para mag-survive kayo with the Hayabusa in the early game. So, overall, let's have a look at our replays in a little bit. And sana may makuha tayo dito, di ba? On the replays. Kita nyo dito, sila, the dog is real. The dog is real overall. And I would say na it's very critical to watch when and where it comes in. Pero nung dulo, syempre, Imba DJ pa rin yan eh, di ba? Imba DJ and there's still a lot of hits. Yan si Few, this is what we were talking about earlier. He gets hit. Imba DJ, Selena, the Selena is real, di ba? Selena can really make it work. And also the reason why hindi siya makaporma na maayos dito is, of course, the dog. The dog, yo. Flap TZ is always on control whenever he is. And even if tumama yung araw na to, obviously, it's not really gonna matter that much. Ayan, no, salong-salo na naman nila yung mga trap. Si Lasty, taga-salo ng trap dyan. Taga-tapak and everything. Parang siyang si Jopit, gumagano. Ito yung paano ba yun? ito yung trap eh. He's like catching it and then, wala na. That's it. Diba? Another one, ayan, wala na naman, diba? Parang nag-arrow sa wala. Sa kawalan. And overall, destruction each and every turn for BREN Esports. And 2-0, yung kaklase nyo na 95 lagi sa exam. Pero, sabi niya ba't hindi 98? Ba naman yan, di ba? Parang ganun yung BREN Esports ngayon eh. So feeling ko yung mga klase nila here on the midterm for Mobile Legends BangBang Professional League. Syempre, ang top 1 nyo, Kuya Carl TZ for this matchup. Once more, 2 in a row MVP. No doubt about it. Bakit pa nga ba, di ba? Bakit pa nga ba tayo magtataka? And I think we will have an interview for one of the members of BREN Esports. Recti, sino ba ang may interview natin ngayon? Are they ready for the video call? Si Lasty ba ang mga kausap natin? Kasi very interesting yung last pick nila on the Popoling Kupa. Gusto ko ting itanong sa kanya yun eh. Hopefully, masagot nila yun or secret ba? Secret lang yan. Pero Popoling Kupa obviously it looked like a really good answer para dun sa Selena pick na yun. More bodies means less chance para sa mga carries to get hit by the arrow. So here we go. Interview going up. Lusty, what's up, brother? How are ya? Kamusta? Sarap bamaban yung mga tanks? Rinig ba ako?
Interview live,
yan. There you go. Lusty, kamusta dyan sa bootcamp ngayon?